Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about Dungeons and Dragons again, and she's actually going to sit in on this video.
I am, because we're going back to the same controversial well.
Yeah, they really want to push that D&D is this awful racist thing, and it has to deal with its problematic past. In this case, we're dealing with dark elves. And we're dealing with Drizzt, who is one of the most popular characters to come out of the Forgotten Realms. And, you know, he is kind of a D&D icon, but, you know, he's problematic. He's so problematic that I remember the Spirit Halloween costume of him was just a white guy dressed like an elf. Mm-hmm. Because they were afraid to put blackface paint on, but they put...
But it's not blackface.
It's not blackface. They have dark skin. They live underground. That's what they do. They're dark elves. But... this whole thing is just so ridiculous. We've seen it with the Dark Elves. We've seen it with the Orcs. They're trying to humanize the Orcs. And I am trying to understand the thought process here because we're dealing with fictional characters, right? We're dealing with fictional
in no way
races.
we're supposed to represent black people.
No, but...
I'm very confused. I thought orcs are black people. Which one is it? Drows or orcs?
Well, these guys are just doing blackface, I guess. So we're going to talk about this because this popped up on Screen Rant. And I have to wonder if they're not just... chasing the clickbait chuck wagon because of
I can't say anything.
We can't say anything. You know, good for you, Christina. But they're chasing the clickbait chuck wagon because Elon Musk has been talking a lot about D&D and possibly buying Hasbro, which I don't think is going to happen. But who the hell knows? We're living in a weird timeline. So this is Screen Rant. Dungeons and Dragons has to solve its controversial drow problem before a Legend of Drizzt TV show can be made. It's controversial drow problem, guys, because, you know, blackface elves are bad.
But they're okay.
They're dark skinned. They live underground.
Yeah, they're just, you know, because no one else in fantasy or reality could ever have dark skin that isn't a black person.
Yeah, so let's talk about this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
You can go out to clownfish-.com. We got lots of new merch out there, including these great hats and mugs and t-shirts and more hats, because I like hats, and dismal t-shirts. You can also join the Reef, and you do get access to exclusive content. And if you want to pick up that content over on Locals instead, you can do that too at clownfishtv.locals.com.
Yeah, that's just...
So this is, according to Spirit Halloween... I saw this in the store, and I was like, this is the adult Drizzt costume. This is the officially licensed. That's a Tolkien elf.
I just so if this is safe for argument's sake, if they were any other color, I mean, would you still have problems with that? If they were like orange, are you insulting Oompa Loompas? If they're, you know, red, does that mean you're you know, insulting somebody else? If they're yellow, you're insulting somebody else. If they're green, you're insulting somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's stupid.
Where does it end?
But, yeah, right.
Like this is
if they're pink, you're insulting somebody else.
But I've noticed that, like in the artwork and stuff, they've gone from making the drow have the coal black skin or the darker gray skin to like purple.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of weird. And that was like...
how dare they? That's racist too, because all animation kept making black people purple too.
Right. And Record of Lotus War, they have dark elf characters too, that they were dark skinned and they just look like, you know, dark skinned human, but you know, that's problematic too.
Well, maybe they're gray.
Maybe they are gray.
You know?
But anyway, this is Screen Rant's article. Let's look at this. It said they have to confront its drow problems. They could finally reward the adventuring parties loyal to the Legend of Drizzt books with an adaptation, which has been overdue.
Wait. The people that are loyal to the Legend of Drizzt books probably aren't having a hissy fit about the drow.
No.
And
they're not playing 5e either.
Right.
They're playing old school D&T.
You basically we want an update, which means we want it, but we want it our way. Translation. Am I wrong? We want an update, but we want it done our way.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they're mad about. Okay.
They said adapting Drizzt. I don't think this is going to happen anytime soon because the D&D movie did not do well. But there have been rumors about this. It said adapting Drizzt to the screen may be D&D's biggest commercial opportunity, but drow controversy stands in the way. So the books appear on the New York Times bestseller list. They've sold 30 million copies.
Yes, because everybody's so offended by drow.
Yeah, they said that they said it's a dark fantasy institution, these books, and a movie or TV adaptation may be the awareness spike that D&D needs to finally break the mainstream in a meaningful way, because nobody cares about.
So let me get this
D&D.
straight. So it sold 30 million copies because everybody liked it and they really liked Drizzt, right? Drizzt is well known and we should use that for a movie. But you have to do a movie, but you can't make him look like this. But he's problematic. I'm like, if 30 million copies were sold, you know, and you want to bank on this character because he's so well liked and popular, changing his color and everything else is probably not the way to go.
Oh, God. So they're saying that, because The Legend of Vox Machina which is Critical Role's cartoons, doing okay on Amazon, that, they can't unlock the next level for D&D with all the skeletons in Dritzt's closet.
For heaven's sake.
D&D must tackle its problematic drow before it can adapt Drizzt.
There's no one thinking it's a problem except for you. Very few people think it's a problem.
They're like, a live-action movie would entail confronting the nature of the drow and the color of their skin.
Why?
It's been divisive in Dungeons & Dragons since 2020. Yes. And
that answers your question.
When was the game invented? When was the character created?
1988 was when the books were really popular?
Yes, and the drow were around before that.
Because no one else is seeing it as a stand-in for black people except for you. I mean, they even did the joke on Community with it. And they took that episode off.
They took that episode off.
That was a funny episode.
Yeah, that was a funny episode. And it was never condoned. It was never like, ha ha ha, this is so great. He's blackface. It was like, no, he was dressing as a drow and he thought, hey, it'd be kind of funny. So, of course, we got to get this in here, too. Based on Norse folklore, drow were invented by D&D co-creator Gary Gygax.
Are you allowed to say that name? It's like Voldemort.
Gygax. And first introduced in 1977's AD&D Monster Manual as an evil black-skinned race.
Okay, and?
Needless to say, D&D had to rethink that.
Wait. But they were evil white-skinned race? That's okay?
Yeah,
I mean, this is stupid. They are not supposed to be standard. They're like, they literally have coal black skin. It's nothing to do with, being a black person in the real world. That's not what it's about. This is stupid. So anybody doing any, adaptation of anything can never use characters that are like dark black skin.
No. This is the same idiocy that's been applied to the space monkey characters. I forget what they're called off the top of my head, but they were like space monkey characters, and they're like, it's like a minstrel show, and these are like black people. I'm like,
well, that's a problem.
That's a you problem.
That's a you problem.
Orcs are like black people too. I'm like, no, they're not. That's a you problem. Jeez. So needless to say, D&D had to rethink it. In a 2020 blog post, they've since removed. Hasbro finally addressed the mounting controversy over the drow problem. Throughout the history of D&D, drow have been characterized as monstrous and evil, using descriptions that are painfully reminiscent of how real-world ethnic groups have been and continue to be denigrated.
No, it didn't. They're monstrous, evil characters that have black skin, not brown.
Elves are
black skin, black.
Like black.
Like black.
Like coal black skin, yes.
Not the same.
It's like a minstrel show. That's not right. Despite our conscious efforts to the contrary, we have allowed some of these old descriptions to reappear in the game. If we make mistakes, our priority is make it right. We present drow in a new light in two of our most recent books, and these books, drow, are just as morally and culturally complex as other peoples. We will continue that approach in future books. I hate that they do this. I hate this. 5e, or what the hell it is now, 5.5 and 6e, whatever. All the bad guys are people too. It's what the fuck is this game? Like you can't hurt orcs because they're just misunderstood. Drow were always like really bad character, and they were awful. They were like anti-elves, right? They were like,
that was
elves
the
were
point.
good. That was the
black skin.
Yeah, they were like the bad elves, but now you can't do that. Now they're people too. And that was why Drizzt was so different, was that, they fleshed him out more. He wasn't just a, stock bad guy. So yeah, it said the TV, I was going to say TDS because that's where we're going here. The TV adaptation would draw attention to this and could create more problems for D&D than sales. Cancel culture looms large. D&D publisher Wizards of the Coast, bought by Hasbro, didn't just make drow less evil. It also retreated from presenting drow as a race. And they started using the word species instead of race. This sounds like is this AI slop? Because this sounds like a lot of like, just so you know.
Yeah.
I can't believe they're publishing shit like this.
Screen rant, I can.
They want it to be satire. Satire would allow Drizzt adaptation to make fun of itself and expunge its dark past.
Wait, they're gonna make him a comedy. Oh my god.
D&D, yeah, here we go. D&D gradually shifted its depiction of drow skin color from black to purple and gray, but never issued a clear, enduring declaration of what it actually is.
Well, they're probably waiting to see what you get pissed by more.
They think that if they do the show, there need to be different skin tones.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they should be bright
We gotta
purple.
get the eyedropper tool out to
It's
make
purple
sure.
or gray because there's different races of drow. You bigot.
Or it can fully embrace its ebony skin drow and use a majority of black or POC cast like Black Panther.
They're not.
We're telling you that they're not stand-ins for black people. The drow, they're just evil elves. And your solution is, well, let's just have black people play the elves and make them kinder, gentler. What the fuck? Either way, it can make meta jokes with strong in-universe logic that alludes to the checkered past of the drow superior. What the fuck? Nobody's gonna watch this.
No.
Whether the drow are purple or black, a Drizzt adaptation has to stand against racism loudly.
Wait. It has to be an anti-racist message. There wasn't racism to begin with. You guys are full of shit. You're putting racism.
Stupid.
You're assigning racism someplace where it wasn't there. You're like imagining shit now. You're like making shit up. 30 million copies. It was popular for years, and now it's suddenly racist because when you decided it was. Most people are smart enough to know that this wasn't supposed to be a racism black person thing. Oh my god!
I think they're just bringing this up because there's a lot of chatter about how woke D&D is, and Elon Musk is shocked by it, and now they're bringing this shit up again.
I vote they don't make a Drizzt TV show because you're going to ruin the character.
You're going to ruin it.
Just stay away from it. Just like don't ever make a Mara Jade show. Stay away because I know you're just going to F her up and you're going to ruin her and you're going to She-Ra this character and hell to the no.
Also, he needs to be pansexual, and it's like what. What? Just fuck it. I'm at a point now where it's like we have what we have that was made in a certain time, right? And whether it's D&D or Star Wars or whatever, all the new fanfic shit that has come out of the last decade, 15 years, whatever, just pretend it doesn't exist. Like you can go back and read those old books.
Go buy the original book.
Yeah, go buy the old books.
Remember, they're full of shit and they're making up stuff that isn't,
You don't need to buy any of this stuff. And I think that's going to happen. I mean, basically, WotC is going to make itself irrelevant. A lot of gamers, a lot of tabletop gamers are playing outside of D&D. They're using their own homebrews, or they're going back to the old source books, or they're using OSR systems. They're not playing WotC D&D. WotC D&D is for Tumblr rights, and eventually they're going to piss them off too because they're going all in on the shitty mobile app and the NFT shit and all that stuff that's going to piss those people off too. So good luck with that. You're not going to have anybody once all said and done. And but whatever. At least the drow aren't racist.
What are
right?
the comments?
They have comments.
This is thread.
Holy shit! 99.
All right. Drow are not stand-ins for POC. Thank you.
In all caps. Get over it already.
They are not. Well said. Fictional creations of the fictional world do not represent the real one.
Yes.
Yeah, they don't. They're talking about how the Drizzt should be in an anime style animation. Okay.
Yeah, but that's
the author of the article.
Yeah. Well said. Fictional.
That's what I just read. Yes.
Yeah. So, Drizzt was made for the adaptation.
My friends are here. I second your opinion.
Yep.
It's mostly her responding to everyone who agrees with her.
Oh my god.
Look, it's her responding. Not there. Go down.
Her, yeah.
She's just responding to everybody who comments. So most of the comments are just her.
Yeah, fantasy's not real life. Yeah, it's not. 50 years of D&D. Good luck with that. Oh my god, so this is a real person. I thought this was possibly AI. This is a real person who's just woke.
Skip over that person. Okay, leave it to Screen Rant to bring up race. I thought the title of the article automatically knew what it was going to say, and what do you know, I was right on. And of course, some earlier depictions of drow made them look like they had African descent.
No, they didn't.
Stick it up your ass, Christina.
They did not. They just look. They literally, the early depictions of the drow just look like elves with black skin.
I doubt even Christina was around then.
I don't think Christina
I saw her picture.
plays
She didn't look like she was
tabletop.
old enough to be around then.
I don't think she plays tabletop. I don't think she's. If she does, it's 5e. Yeah, that's because artistically it's difficult to.
The entire series is about racism.
It's not. Well, it is, but it's like drow are purple in every book I've ever seen. Yeah, because you're new. You're new. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There were some images of them being much more black from the earlier times. You mean anything before
2020?
Yeah, anything before 2020? Because every depiction of the drow when I was younger, when I was heavy into D&D, they had coal black skin.
Here, I love this one. Seriously, all of you need to do a little bit of research into the origin of the drow. It was based on the dark elves from Norse mythology, who are a race of dark-skinned elves that live underground, not to any group of people currently living anywhere in the world. Right. The author of the article even stated that drow are based on dark elves from Norse mythology.
Yes.
Stop projecting your racism and race guilt on things you clearly didn't look into before making unfounded claims of this nature. This is a non-issue and a hit piece article with people just trying to stir up controversy where there should be none. You should all be ashamed. Yes, thank you.
There you go. Hey, if you want Elon to buy D&D faster, just keep writing articles like this.
I don't think he's going to.
I
You never know.
I don't know.
You never know. We're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, let's wrap this.
I think they finished on a strong note with that person.
Yeah.
So let's finish.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, and we'll talk later.
Bye.